Fans, what's up, dude? Just getting ready here. About to be going out. As per the so get stuff taken care of here. I'm fired up. I am actually good for this one. I did a YouTube today that is very much not a normal video to do on my feeling good about it. Continue to this one back looking around all over the place. Oh yeah. My bad. I had it muted so I couldn't hear the music. That's my bad. That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, I have everything muted. If I don't mute this, then this starts screaming at me. Actually, you know what? I'll just show you. This is how it goes. Yeah, so we just do that. So I just have to mute it. So that's my bad. You know what though, man? No messing around, dude. I'm trying to roll, man. That's GTFO, man. All right. Boom. That makes it look weird in here. All right. Hit that light. We're just gonna. Oh yeah. I need to get out of there. Boom. Boom. Leave. Okay. I think we're okay now. Get the heck on out of here, dude. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not normally a jersey guy. I felt like it was appropriate today, you know? I'm not sure why. But I felt like it. There's Carl. He's just we were watching the Bucks and Eagles before I started getting out of here. Wish that this would get smaller. Whoop, that's not the right thing. Whoop. There we go. Holy moly. I can't see comments for anything right now. Hold on. Let me try to figure this out. Nice couch. Thank you. Will Sean McVay call a timeout in the first quarter? He'll call all of them in the first quarter, dude. What are you talking about? Okay, it's going to be very difficult to see comments. StreamYard mobile version is set up in the dumbest way possible. I get this much room to see comments, and I can't even see the whole thing. The mobile version of this is broken, I would say. Dang it, man. Terrence Ferguson is inactive again. I was really hoping that not like glad that anybody was popping up on the. Hold on. I'm going to try to click this button to make it go away. I'm going to disappear. Okay. Wait. Dang it, it's still there. I don't know what to do, man. The mobile version of StreamYard is the worst thing of all time. I can't see any comments, man. I can see today against Colts D. Ferg out. That's like, I'm seeing like slivers of comments, man. Ah, man, this is so frustrating. So I'll do my best. I have to go. I don't want to go vertical, though. This is not a. This is a professional organization. As I'm tying my shoes right now, this is a professional get out, okay? So, I don't know what to do about that. That's really annoying. I know I'm just going to keep on saying that it's really annoying, but that's like really bumming me out. I can't really see comments like this. So I may, if I do this, I can at least see partial comments, or I can at least kind of see them. Well, I can do the app be a guest. Oh, let me try. Nope. So yeah, you can't run it as if you're the host, you can't run it through the app. So we're just gonna have to do it this way, I suppose. But it's giving me the banner to open the app, but I can't get rid of that banner. Just another complaint I have about StreamYard, especially the mobile version of it. Like the desktop version's not great either, but I don't know if anybody has any suggestions. I know Peo, you were going to a new one, man. If anybody has any suggestions on different streaming services I could use for these, definitely let me know, because Yeah, I'm not a big fan of StreamYard, actually. And it's not like I can run full OBS on my cell phone, you know? So, just bummer situations, dude. Bummer situations. We're going to turn the AC on because holy moly. I'm going to... 64. There's no way it's 64 out here. You're messing with me, man. You're messing with me. All right. All right. I need assistance here. Should I keep it this way, and that way you can actually see what's going on, or do I just do this way and then I can at least kind of see comments? Payo, I need your help. I need you, man. Give me your input on this one. Should I keep it like this, or should I go back to horizontal? At least this way I can kind of see comments. So I guess this is better. But chasing a butterfly. Vertical is cool. Okay. As long as it's fine, I'm not a fan of it, but here we go. Whatever. Stupid StreamYard. Not much of a difference. Okay, that's good. As long as it's not a big deal. I just don't like the way vertical looks when I'm trying to do these. Especially when, after the year, when I'm trying to cut up some stuff. I got that weird one that's vertical. That's just me being, I'm being a little whiny. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. I am being a little bit whiny about it. It's not a big deal. What is a big deal is the Rams play the Colts today. It's going to be a damn good time, all right? So we're fired up for this one. Obviously, there's a lot of cool stuff to talk about when we get into this game, especially considering the way that the Rams lost last week. So this is a very big game as far as that kind of conversation goes, because I think that it is really important how the Rams come out in the first quarter of this game. So obviously you got like the way that the Eagles came back on the Rams, haven't scored since that first drive of the third quarter, where Kyron Williams caught that touchdown pass. And then just kind of like, I watched it again yesterday. I don't have cable, I just have internet, and I don't have all the streamers, so I was just like, my access to football games yesterday was kind of lame. So I rewatched the Rams and Eagles game again, and yeah, it's really hard to pinpoint exactly what happened to the Rams and why it all kind of fell apart on them. So I don't know, man. It is kind of tough to look at. I think it really just like the Eagles kind of turned it on a little bit, and I think got a little bit soft in there. So what that does as far as bringing me into this game, forgot I had wings in here, dude. What that means about coming into this game is like we're going against a 3-0 Colts team that has played really good football, really efficient, really smart, really just like not just mistake-free football, which is so they're absolutely nailing it right now. I think that the Colts are doing a really good job. So they are certainly not an unbeatable team. Like they're not playing in a way where it's like, oh, well, how are we supposed to beat this team? And I point to things like last week where they got the pick six early in the game to go up, and then they scored another first quarter touchdown run from Jonathan Taylor. So they were up 17-3 at the end of the first quarter. They coasted from there, man. It wasn't like they were doing anything that was like kind of nuts after that. It was really just kind of basic. It just seemed like Tennessee just wasn't there for it. And Indy was able to just kind of work the clock, work everything, man. They just kind of closed the game out, starting in the second quarter. You know what I mean? So obviously we can't let something like that happen to us. But if the Rams can come out and kind of just hit some intensity right off the bat, then I think that we're in a good spot heading into this game, because I don't think that the Colts, I mean, that Bronco game was close in fairness, but I don't think the Colts have really seen any team yet this year that they've needed to try to keep up with. This certainly could be a high-scoring game. I've seen a lot of Rams fans talking about that they kind of feel like this game could be like both teams scoring in the 30s kind of thing. But I don't know, man. This is I kind of feel good about this game, and like that's what makes me nervous. It's like I feel like the Rams can't have the opportunity to blow out the Colts, but that's also what makes me nervous, because every time I feel that way going into a game, it doesn't go that way, you know. So we got that, but. Yeah, Payo says that the Rams will beat the Eagles in the playoffs, which, you know what? I want the Eagles again, man. The way that we played them in the first half and all that, I mean, obviously, you want to be able to close that game out and stuff, but I think that ultimately we showed that we can play with them, and they had to completely change their entire style in that third quarter, and that's kind of where it changed too. Is like we were obviously able to do to kind of just run it up on them, and then they started throwing and all that stuff. So, which is something we hadn't seen from them. Turns out they can do it. AJ Brown is very good. He's playing very well today as well. It's like, and yeah, we were missing Akello last week, so hopefully against Pittman, somebody like Forbes can come out and do a really good job. Dang y'all, no one can stay inside the lines. Holy moly, man! What do y'all's coloring books look like? Woof. Score predictions as well. I need those. Definitely need score predictions for this game. Let's see. I've been wrong about every game. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to die. There's a red light here. I get so freaked out, dude. Like, I don't know what it is. I get really freaked out not paying attention to the road. It freaks me out more that people just are like on their phones driving and they'll like check the road and then go back to their phone. It's like, yo. I hate people being on their cell phone anyway when they're driving, but it's like that's scary, dude. But what do you say? I've been wrong about every game vibe this season. That's a good point, man. I mean, I felt really good going into last week, and in fairness, I think that worked, but it didn't ultimately work. You know, you know that makes sense. If you don't think about it too much, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, I think last week is just one of those games we're gonna kind of look back on it. It's gonna be one of those games we kind of talk about all year. That we kind of keep on bouncing back to, and it's like, but if this would have happened, But I think that ultimately it's going to be fine. Like, I mean, luckily that game happens in a week 3 situation, not trying to fight for seeding in week 15. I know it could certainly come back to haunt us in the playoff race and seeding and stuff like that. But hey, it's over now, man. I think that's my biggest point of it. That like all week I kept hearing people be like, "Yeah, but we lost to the Eagles. We lost it. Yeah, but it's over. Okay, so we know we lost to the Eagles. Now it's time to move on, figure out what we can do from here." No amount of being angry that we lost to the Eagles is going to change that outcome. So, I mean, it's Colts week now. That's the best we can do. You know what I mean? I just think too many fans, in my opinion, have been hanging on to that loss a little too snugly. Um, it's Colts week now. We're on to the Colts. We're on to the Colts. Payos dropping a 37-32 score prediction. Rams winning in that. I would love that, man. I mean, any amount of points that we have that's more than them, I'm happy with. But obviously, coming out and putting up a good offensive showing, I think would be really good in this one. Especially like if we can get Puka into the end zone on a receiving touchdown, that'd be really nice. Devontae he seems to be fitting in with us a little bit better every single week, so you obviously love to see that. Kyron Williams coming off of his best day last week, and it doesn't seem impossible that he could do some damage to the Colts defense as well. The tight end position I've got a lot of questions about because it just felt like we were going to use that a lot more. Like we heard, it's like, hey, 12 personnel, it's going to be a thing this year. It's like, well, then why don't we throw anybody the football? You know what I mean? So it's just Puka and Devontae, which, hell yeah. I mean, yeah, those are your guys, right? So get them the football. And they're also always open. But there's also something to be said about like Jordan Whittington, Tutu Atwell, stuff like this. Guys that are also on this team that we can get use out of. And if you can start getting those guys involved as well, that'll make Puka and Devontae even more wide open when teams start adjusting to like, oh, Tutu's a threat, Jordan's a threat, Mumpfield's a threat, Xavier's a threat, then less attention can go on to Devontae and Puka. And then when you really need Devontae and Puka to put up something, they're wide ass open, dude. No one within 15 yards of them because they're also worried about Tutu getting a ball. But right now, it's Devontae, Puka. You could take those two guys out, and then that's it. You know what I mean? So I would like to see the ball spread out a little bit more. I would like to see a more breakups as far as the carries between Kyron and Blake. I'm going for this light. I shouldn't have. This one. It's fine. You don't know anything. But I would like to see a little bit more of a split there. I don't love how the Rams handle the running back spot, and like one of those things is that Blake will just get a full drive. And it's like I get it, I understand what we're doing there, but like, why can't we just like let Kyron get 3 carries, then Blake come in get 2, and then Kyron come back in on the same drive? You know what I mean? Like we never kind of see that. We never see that kind of stuff happen. And I would like to see a better split of those. Kyron's obviously your top guy. We paid him, so that's that's kind of the point. But um, you want to use the guy that you paid, obviously. But we've got other guys that are good, and I don't care. Once you're between the lines, man, I don't care what anybody's making. You shouldn't get reps just based off of your paycheck. You know what I mean? You should get reps based on how well you can perform. And if Blake can perform, let's get him out there, man. Let's get him some reps. And if Tutu can perform, put him out there, man. I don't care if he's making $10 million guaranteed this year. Put him out there. Put him on the football field, man. Let him make some plays. So he's fast. Like Jordan Whittington, he's not making that much money because he's on a rookie deal, late round pick. But hey, if he can get it done, put him out there, man. Give him the football. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know if anybody's with me there, but that's really my thoughts on the Rams offense right now. I think that we're using it's Kyron, Puka, Devontae, and Stafford, and then a bunch of just randos. It seems like, you know what I mean, which is not necessarily the case. Which is why I want to see more of a mix-up because it just feels like we've got really good players all over the field. Let's get them involved. Tight end room especially, man. I feel like we've got no tight end love at all this year, and we went into the year knowing that we were going to see a lot more 12, even 13. Arizona and Seattle, by the way, pulling out the 13 personnel on many occasions on Thursday Night Football. That's definitely something I was paying attention to, was just their lineups, their setups, and stuff like that. And yeah, lots of 13 for both of those squads. Very interesting. I'm sure we'll see that once we play those teams as well. But on the defensive side, I think that the Colts offensive line is very solid. It's a fine offensive line. No real massive weaknesses, but also no, like, outside of Quentin Nelson, there's nobody that you're like, oh my gosh, you can't get through this guy. Quentin Nelson, I think, is very, very good. He's an extremely good guard. So he's going to be taking up a lot, obviously, in this game, dealing with the Rams front. Mainly going to be Puna and Kobe probably right in his face, but we will see Verse versus Quentin Nelson, and that's exciting to me, man. Especially on some passing downs, we could see Verse slip inside while Stewart's on the outside. Absolutely love to see it, man. Stewart, by the way, absolutely on fire. Nothing bad to say about Josiah Stewart, man. That kid is killing it right now. And probably one of the more underrated rookies, I would say, in all of the NFL. No one's talking about Josiah Stewart outside of like a couple of Rams people. But I think that if he has like a big performance, a big day, a good 2-3 sack day, then I think that that conversation will. It's kind of a little just like, yeah, he's out there. Bike. I want a bike so bad, dude. I live in Colorado, though, so the riding season is a lot shorter than I would like it to be. But I also want to move to LA, and riding season's forever out there. So that's where I'm at. What's up, Paul? Go Rams. Ooh, Malik Neighbors is believed to have a torn ACL. Oh, no. That's tough, dude. Oh, I disappeared. I didn't realize it. My bad. I'm trying to look it up here. That's tough cookies, man. Yeah, Malik Neighbors looks like he may have torn his ACL. We've seen a lot of injuries today. This is feeling a little bit like injury week in the NFL, man. Chargers lost Joe Alt, Neighbors for the Giants. Who else went down right before? Bucky Irving was down right as I was leaving. He did get up and jog off, so that's good news. But the Eagles, their right guard dropped out. He's always false starting though, so get him the hell out of here. Not on an injury. I don't want to see injuries, but he's always false starting. So hopefully, I mean, obviously, it's the NFL. If nothing else, it's a war of attrition. So stay healthy, and you'll probably be okay. Because even if your number one isn't the best number one in the league, it's probably better than that other team's number two. So you can be out there. That's the biggest thing. Best ability is availability. just gotta like watch myself in this car. It's too fast for me, man. Not that it's like too fast for me to handle, but I know me, and I like to go fast. We had other score predictions in here. We have Peo saying, what was it, 37-32, I believe. And then my score prediction, dude, just go. My score prediction, I think I'm gonna. I feel decent about this game. And again, I realize that's a scary thing to say, and I like the only reason that's scary, quote unquote, is because I don't want anybody else to be able to come back and be like, "Yeah, you were wrong," but it's whatever. Who cares? I'm wrong a lot. No big deal. But I feel like the Rams are going to be able to do something in this game. I'm going to say 31-14. I feel like Danny Dimes gets his first turnover of the season, at least on something. You know what I mean? Like whether that's Jared Verse coming through and absolutely blasting him. Yeah. Peo, are you still here? I have a question for you, if you are. If not, then it'll make no sense to just say it to everybody else. I've tried to get a what's more likely in on your show 2 times in a row. Well, not 2 times in a row. I wasn't there last week, but I've tried to get it in a what's more likely 2 times now, and you guys have completely ignored it. And I'm super sad about it. What does that say? DeAndre Swift. I don't know what that's saying. Devontae is active in this game, by the way. We did expect that Devontae Adams would be active in this game, so no surprises there. Just good news, I suppose. Also, Bo Limmer inactive for this game. I think that's telling us a little something, you know what I mean? I didn't see if Avila is out or in. Can somebody let me know? Is Steve in? Steven. Yeah, I hope Steve is in. That'd be nice. But yeah, with Bo Limmer being inactive, I think that is a little bit of a sign. He has struggled so far this year. What I would consider, honestly, I've seen the question a few times being asked around here and there of like who's been the biggest disappointment. A lot going on with the Giants, who have Russell Wilson in at quarterback. What happened? What is going on out there? When I do these streams, I feel so isolated and nothing. Like, I have no idea what's happening in the NFL. That's crazy though. But I don't know if Steve's in or not. I'm not seeing any comments about it, but I'll find out. But Bo Limmer has definitely struggled. Yeah, what I was saying was I've seen a lot of comments, a lot of questions, I guess, of like who's been the biggest disappointment for the Rams so far this year, and I think Bo Limmer is certainly the answer to that question. Bo Limmer did an awesome job all last season being the Rams starting center after kind of being thrust into it. He's the reason we didn't need Jonah Jackson anymore, stuff like that. And he's come in, and in fairness, not his position. He's played at guard spots. But not just, like, I'm not asking for too much from Bo Limmer because I understand he's a backup playing not his position, but don't get blown up, dude. Like, that's, I mean, you know what I mean? I think the Rams kicking will be better this game. Rams kicking's fine. Will the blocking be better this game? That's the question, my guy. Those kicks were totally fine. Obviously, that first block last week was a little low, but the second one I think was a good kick. It was just bad blocking. So, but 3 block kicks in the last 2 weeks. We can't see that anymore, man. Chase Blackburn really needs to get that together. We cannot see any more blocks this season. Steve is in from all I see. Hell yes. Like to see that, man. That means our line is back in action. Gotta love that. Got the pregame show starting for the Rams. Don't leave me. Oh, and Peo, you are here. My question, by the way, for what's more likely is it more likely that we crack the Colts' skulls or crush their souls? I said week 1 too, and there's just a lot of comments that come in. I understand how it goes, but I was like, oh man, I want my question answered. Because that's a good one, dude. That's a very Sheriff Joe Bags question. see. We're going to park down here. Probably not. We'll probably go around the back. Let's see. Where are the boats? Where are the boats? Where are the boats? Does that reference make sense to anybody? Usually they don't. That reference was supposed to be Too Fast, Too Furious when they're driving through the car lot, trying to find the boats to find that cigar. I'm just gonna wiggle right in here, dude. This seems like a good spot today. Oop, you know what? I'm gonna wiggle in here, but I'm gonna back in. So give me 1 second. Well, you have to give me 1 second. You're not going anywhere. Where would you go? Where would you go? Anywhere else, I guess. You guys, you're not even actually here, in fairness. All right. Get myself right into this bush. Yeah. Boom. Boom! All right. Okay. Peo says souls. I love it. All right, y'all. It's about time to get inside here. Any last score predictions? Feel free to drop them. That's a dispensary. Guess that makes sense. Where you guys are from, are there dispensaries everywhere? There's dispensaries everywhere. All right, y'all. I'm going to go start putting beers into my face instead of Red Bulls. I'm going to get a burger. I'm going to get a Rams win. Playing the Colts today. It's going to be a good time, man. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, Paul says 27-24 for the Rams, by the way. So appreciate the score predictions. We got a few of them in there. All of them say the Rams are going to win, obviously, which is awesome. But heck yeah, guys. Enjoy this game, man. Hopefully we can get to this is, by the way, the last game of September. So that's big news because what are the Rams coming out of September looking like? Is it going to be 3-1 or 2-2? I think those are vastly different. All right, we only get 3 October games. That's San Fran, Baltimore, Jacksonville. That's it for our October games. So from here, I mean, before November, we only get 4 more games before November, starting right now. So it's a little bit chaotic, but we're sitting in a good spot, man. As long as we can stay healthy. So obviously that's where we're at. So last game of September, will we be 3-1? Will we be 2-2? I think that those are very dramatically different records. So let me know what y'all think and enjoy this friggin' game.